Good afternoon and welcome to the Bob and Barry live preview show from Monday, May 23rd, 2022. At this time, let's say hello to my co-host over here, Mr. Barry E. Cummins.
Hey everybody, good to see you. Glad to be with you today on this overcast and 72 degree day here in Northwest Alabama. Hope everybody had a great and wonderful weekend. How's yours, Bob?
We're great. It's been down in the 50s the last two nights, been in the 70s in the daytime. We had some storms Saturday just to the very east of us. Went to a graduation celebration for my wife's great niece, and started raining out there. They're about 30 minutes east of us, so it was between us and there. We ran out of it about halfway home that afternoon. So we needed rain, but we didn't get it.
Absolutely. Hello, Randall, and hello, Bruce. Good to see y'all and have y'all with us today. Hope y'all doing well.
Yes, as always. So, what was your weekend like? I know you had the Cotton State Santa get together. Let's talk about that for a moment.
Man, we had a wonderful time. The Cotton State Santas had our second annual uh, meeting over there at Gunnersville, Alabama, at the state park on the beautiful Tennessee River. It was just such a great time. Had a lot of Santas and Mrs. Claus there. Good food and fellowship. Had one of the best cheeseburgers I've had in a long time from a food truck over there. So I was loving life Saturday.
You know what? Food trucks usually have some of the best food you will eat. Low overhead. They always just have such good food. It doesn't matter what you get from one. It always seems to be really good. All right, so everyone, if you will, at this time, look over to the left of Barry's thumbnail window there, to his right shoulder. There's a big old fancy trophy back there, Barry. Tell us about that trophy, man.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. It was totally unexpected. Each meeting or Cotton State Santas, we have the Best Santa Beard Award, and usually it's voted on by some of the guests that's there. And lo and behold, I was surprised with that. We have some wonderful bearded Santas in our group, and just when they was looking around and he looked at me and said it goes to Barry, I was just total shock. So I hold the title until July, which I won't be able to give it away because I'll be in Branson that weekend. But I'll have to return it to one of our fellow Cotton State members and everything. But pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. You know, and what's really fascinating about it is since Christmas, you have not processed your beard because of some breakage that you had. You've been letting it recover, and it really has come back in nice, full. It's got a great shape to it, and once you start bleaching, it's going to be phenomenal.
Yes, bleaching's pretty harsh on it and everything. I did a boneheaded thing. Instead of just leaving it on for a little bit, I left it on for a pretty good while, and I put cellophane on it to keep it warm and activated. And I guess when I had it folded up in there where it was been at, it burned. And when I combed, I lost about that much of beard, about 3 inches.
Most guys don't realize how sensitive your beard really is. Your beard is different hair than the hair that's on your head, a different texture and everything. And the beard is really delicate. It's a delicate process to bleach it. I mean, you can leave it on 5 minutes more than you should, and you'll get breakage big time. And of course, the overlapping, you always want to just try to barely cover the dark spots that needs processing. Because if you get down too far, you kind of get into where it's already been bleached and it's kind of weak and vulnerable there at that point also. So, and I do bleach my whole beard twice a year, but most of the time it's just touch up like we're talking about.
Yeah, I actually turned it blue one year. I saw this TV commercial for some Just for Men shampoo out the gray, and I thought, man, that'll be wonderful. I'll get out the splotchy areas and put it in there. And when I rinsed, I looked and I said, it looks blue. I asked some hairdresser friends, what can I do? And everything they told me to do made it turn bluer. So I looked like Papa Smurf there for a while, but finally had to re-bleach the doggone thing to get it back to normal. So yeah, I appreciate Missy Boggs for the tip on that.
I've done that with the shimmering lights before. I've got where I don't even use it at all because I used it for quite some time and it worked just fine. And then one time, didn't change anything, did everything exactly the same way, and just left it on just a few moments, and boom, it come out just as purple as it could be.
It'll do it.
So I talked to a hairdresser that works at our local Sally. She's hairdresser, retired now, just works part-time up there. And she said, take half of your lift, your liquid lift, and half shampoo, mix it together in your hand and work it in, leave it about 3 minutes, wash it out. It'll take it out of there. There's a lot of different methods of doing that. I've heard of baking soda, different things that will rinse that out of there. But that was a good tip that she gave me, and I've used that one time. Didn't have to do it again. Melissa Bunton says, Papa Smurf. I think Barry froze up on me. You froze up, Barry. All right, so while he tries to get back in, we'll go ahead and chat for just a moment. They had over about 55 folks at the Alabama Cotton State Santa gathering, and Barry has taken quite a few pictures and a couple of videos that he sent. We didn't have time to process those and get those on the show today. It is something that we'll try to work in maybe tomorrow. Maybe we'll wait and save it till next Monday. We've been super busy trying to keep the show flowing and keep our guests coming. Barry's done a great job on lining up new guests. We've had some really great guests already this year, but we've got some great ones coming up also. Hey, Mark Walker, good to see you, man. I know you were there. I saw pictures of you. You had your little straw fishing hat on, or whatever you want to call that hat that you had on. It was pretty cool. Got some video of Spangle digging into the dessert. Spangle loves to eat. He loves sweets, loves desserts, as we've talked about before on this show and on the Tuesday Night Live show. So tomorrow night's guest for Tuesday Night Live is Roger Minton. He is one of the directors and for the Michigan Area Association of Professional Santa Maps. I'll get that right in a minute. And he's also the founder, CEO, developer of the Kringle Tracker. That's a new app that's coming out that I believe will be launched here in July, and we'll find out more about that tomorrow night. But it's an all-in-one app that is for your Santa business, be able to track everything that you do within your Santa business, from scheduling to your invoicing to your routing, just anything that you can think of that you would have to do within the Santa business. And so we'll find out more from Roger tomorrow night on that. Roger is a guru when it comes to technology. He's been doing it all his life. He's also had other things that he's been involved with. Melissa Lynn says, Roger is awesome. Can't wait for the Kringle Tracker. Correct. I've had a lot of people ask about the Kringle Tracker. Now, there's been a couple of times over on some of the other Facebook groups that question has come up about, has anyone found an app or a way to track? And I always try to promote the Kringle Tracker for Roger. And so hopefully we're getting the word out. Lots of people will be able to take advantage tomorrow night of learning what that is all about. Bruce says Barry was an amazing guest. You know what? You and Barry's back just at the right time. Welcome back, Barry. Barry was an amazing guest, Bruce Templeton says, and I was just fixing to say it was a phenomenal show, and shows of shows. We've had a lot of great guests, a lot of great shows. We've learned so much. We've seen so many different scenarios, but got to tell you, man, my co-host over here, his show was pretty compelling. I think a few of us even shed a few tears during that one.
Well, thank you for the kind words. And good old power surges here in Northwest Alabama has been surging today. I don't know if it was because of the weather we had last night or what, but apologize for getting knocked off there. Had to wait for the router to reboot.
Yep, it happens. And it's happened to us more than once here on this show, even you and me both. And all we can do is carry on and wait for you to get back in, or wait for me to get back in and pick it up from there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the trivia question out of the way for the day.
Sounds great.
Hey everyone, Elf Angela Mack here for the Bob and Barry Live Preview Show. The Bob and Barry Live Preview Show is brought to you by Santa's Closet. Santa's Closet has been delivering unique, value-packed Santa and Mrs. Claus accessories since 2004. Santa's Closet's main goal is to provide both a superior customer experience with tremendous value for their customers. Santa's Closet brings more than 400 separate products to the Claus community at a reasonable price. Don't forget to check out their sister site, MrsClausJewels.com, where Mrs. Claus Janice is a leading supplier for Mrs. Claus, elves, and Santa jewelry, knickknacks, and accessories. Both Tom and Janice are passionate about exceeding your expectations, bringing you products of unparalleled quality and design. Visit their sites at santascloset.org and MrsClausJewels.com. This is Elf Angela reminding you to catch our show every Monday at 3 p.m. Central. Thanks for watching. Now let's get back to the Bob and Barry live preview show and today's Monday Santa's Closet trivia.
All right. Thank you, Tom Cornemelia, for your sponsorship of this trivia questions. And always, the winners will receive this beautiful magical key and some other goodies that Tom likes to send. All right, here we go. What's the first year the Rockefeller Christmas tree was put up? What was the first year that the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree was put up? And good luck on those answers.
That's right. Go ahead and start submitting them. And remember, if you won in the last 30 days, and we do keep a running list. It's been a couple of times here in previous weeks that those who were not eligible to play went ahead and played. And it was, I think, one time even was the first correct answer, but we had to skip over because you was in timeout. So remember, if you're in timeout, go ahead and give someone else a chance to win these great gifts that our sponsors give away on today's show and also on the Tuesday Night Live show. We're so blessed to have three great sponsors. They're all prominent within the Santa community, not only as Santas, but as businessmen. I see a couple of answers coming in there. The correct one has not been put up yet, so keep working on it. And
get quick on those Google fingers.
It's always fun to search these trivia questions. There's a ton of websites out there that you can go to that have the different questions. A lot of them are repeat from one site to the next, but you always run across a new one. And this was one that I had not seen before. So we thought this would be a great one for today's show. We try to keep them simple. There's some that are so complicated. They were so long in the way that they're worded that we couldn't even put them into our banner. So we have to kind of try to work around that.
Yeah,
no, AJ, that's not correct, buddy. That's a good guess, though.
The Rockefeller Christmas Center tree, that'd be absolutely beautiful to see, especially in December with the snow.
Oh, wouldn't it, though, man? That would be so fantastic. You know, and there's opportunities through some of the agents that we have had on our show on Tuesday night that to work up there in the New York, New Jersey, upper state area where you could actually go up there and work during that season. Now, I don't know directly close to Rockefeller Center or not, but I'll tell you what, though, man, on the way in or the way out, you can leave a day early or stay a day late and go by and do some sightseeing. That would be one to see.
I bet it'd be absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. So as the answers keep coming in, I still don't see the correct answer yet. But,
Bingo,
maybe
there's one.
Maybe we got the correct answer there. We'll have to wait and go through the timestamp. We'll give you the answer to that at the end of the show. And then, of course, as always, we'll put up the winner over on the Set Bob's Live group, announce it over there. So at this time, we're going to let Angela run this, and we'll be right back after this. Again, thank you, Tom Cornemelia, for the sponsorship and the great gifts that you give away. I know a lot of the guys that receive the gift package from Tom, they'll write me and say, oh, wow, I didn't expect all this stuff. There's a lot of really cool stuff. I've even had a couple that took pictures and said, and it was spread out on the table, and it was a dozen, different items and things. So pretty cool. Thanks, Tom. All right, at this time, I've got to give a shout out. I've got to say thank you to Angela Mack, my daughter, just because she's my daughter and I love her so much, but she does a phenomenal job with these two shows, behind the scenes, working tirelessly, staying on top of things, switching the screens, bringing up the graphics, bringing up the videos, and even when we get dropped from the viewer, from the broadcast, waiting diligently at the door to let us back in. So thank you so much, Elf Angela, for everything you do.
Yeah, thank you,
All right,
Angela.
Barry.
All right, have we told who tomorrow night's guest is going to be?
We talked a little bit while you were gone, but we didn't get into it enough to really go. And then, of course, our future guest. So let's just go ahead and cover all that again.
All right, tomorrow night's guest on the Tuesday Night Live show at 7 p.m. Central Time, as always. It's going to be Santa Roger Minton. He's out of Michigan, and Roger's a Santa, and he's got this new app that he's designed for Santas and keeping up with their business called the Kringle Tracker. So we're going to find out about Roger's background, how he got to the red suit, and all about the new Kringle Tracker app that's releasing. May 31st, we got our very own Bob McMasters, my co-host over there. So I'm going to grill him. He made me sweat last week, so I'm going to see if I can make him sweat. I lost probably 5 pounds during the show last week. But anyway,
I'll probably lose 10.
June the 7th, we got Lee Andrews. He's a great clown and Santa Claus. We got him. June 14th, Bo Turner out of Oklahoma. June 21st, we got the one and only Gina Bacon with Nationwide Santas out of Las Vegas. She'll be telling us about what chair position she has open across the United States and maybe into Canada. June 28th, we're going to close out June with Larry Talbert. Larry was there with us at the Cotton State Santas there as a vendor Saturday. It was nice meeting him and his family. Just a wonderful guy. He's got some really cool things with magic for Santa. So that's going to be our closing out through June. So looking forward to those.
That's correct. Now then, that brings us to the next two big things that we want to talk about. Number one, the week of the School of Santas in Branson, we will still be doing our Monday broadcast. As always, Tuesday, I will be remotely in Branson. We'll have Spangle as our primary guest. I haven't talked to Jessica Rosa, the photographer, yet. We will try to get her in for a few words. We'll do a show from there. Barry will be in his studio. F. Angela will be back here at the house producing. But then Thursday is the first ever Tuesday Night Live special, Thursday Night Live from Branson. Barry and I both will be there. Barry will be coming in to the School of Santas. We'll be on site. We're going to interview Joan Rivers. We're going to interview Elvis. Both entertainers that come in. Thursday night is Joan Rivers. Sunday night is Elvis. We'll also be doing on the Thursday Night Live interviews with folks that are be instructing at the school. Deanna Golden, if we can grab her. Judith Broderick. Larry Talbert. Deacon Stewart Jr., who we've had on here before. Grab him and get a few words from him. But we're going to be going around through the audience, to the folks that have come to the class, the students, and get their participation and say a few words, do some roving reporting live from there. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe have Carlucci and Jenny Lynn on there with us. Say hello. They've been our past guests before. He's Santa Claus Hall of Famer. Well,
we've already got that lined up. They are definitely going to come in. They've got a new free live. I say live. It's a
DVD series.
Yes, DVD series. Correct. Thank you there. And we're going to kind of start to promote that for them. We are trying to secure a date for them to come on the show again this year to help talk about their DVD series, what they'll be teaching, and find out and learn a little bit more about both of those. Now, we actually only have 10 open dates left that we have not filled for the whole year. We're going to have 43 shows this year. That's considerably up from last year because we started so much earlier in the year this year. kicking off in late January as we did. And so 10 more spots. Barry's working hard to get the best guests we can possibly get for those 10 spots. Of course, we want to go ahead and tell you, and many of you have probably seen over on the Set Bob's Live page, we're going to have the second annual Halloween show, costume show. We had so much fun with that last year. One of my favorite shows of last season. And, of course, we'll have the season 2 ending show the last weekend, or the last Tuesday, in October. So those are all things we got to look forward to. I can't believe we're already halfway through the season. It seems time just flies by so fast, and we've been having so much fun. I want to give a shout out real quick to Randall Wagner, Randy Checker Lee. Thank you, sir, for all the kind things you always say to everyone, to F. Angela, to myself and Barry. We appreciate you. You've been with us from day one, and you're always there, and you've always got our back. Thank you so much. Such a
Bruce, we'll see if we can talk to Kat and maybe get her back on again.
That would be okay. I could definitely go for that. She was such a great, and like I said, we've had so many great guests this year and so many great programs, but that was one I think everyone was able to benefit something from.
Absolutely.
I know I picked up on some of the stuff. I've gone back and rewatched that segment several times, and it's just so cool to be able to figure out another way to communicate if you need to. Now, with all that said, we want to go ahead and talk about the very next big thing that we are so excited here on the Bob and Barry Show and the Tuesday Night Live Show to announce. This is something we've been working on for some time. We've been taking care of old business on both shows, trying to get caught up. Now that we're kind of ahead on guests and have kind of finally able to stretch our wings a little bit more, we will be announcing right now. Go ahead and throw it up, F. Angela, for the brand new breaking news. We now have a YouTube channel set up. Please subscribe and like our videos. We will be housing all of our videos over there from the time F. Angela took over as producer. From that point forward, what was left of last year's season and this complete season will be cataloged over there on that. Just go in and search Tuesday Night Live Show, and it pops right up. And I believe she's got a handful, maybe 5 or 6 videos already downloaded over there. One of them was the segment with Gina Bacon last year. The other one was Mitch Allen. I watched both those segments last night again, and just absolutely great shows. And those were 2 of the greats from season 1.
We've come a long ways in our growth on this show and the Tuesday Night Live Show also. And hey, while I'm thinking about it, the Halloween show, remember, be working on those costumes, no Santa or Mrs. Claus costumes. That's the only thing we require, no Santa or Mrs. Claus costumes. And we had some interesting ones, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was a ton of fun. And I know it's early. I know we're still months away from Halloween, but never too soon to start scheduling and thinking. And, for these shows, Monday and Tuesday, we're always weeks and weeks ahead trying to plan, get our guests, lined up, get our subject topics figured out, trying to figure out where we're going to go next with these shows and how we can grow, how we can involve the audience participation more. We wouldn't have a show without you guys. You guys are the reason we are here. We love teaching, something me and Barry has really taken to, enjoy doing it, enjoy sharing. I was told by several people when I first got started, I wanted to say, how can I repay you for all the help you've given me? I'm so grateful. Well, pay it forward. That's the way you do it. So new guys that are just coming in, I hate to call anybody out, but for instance, Mark Walker has just been doing this for a couple of years. In 2 or 3 years from now, Mark, you'll see these new guys coming in and they'll ask, how much do I charge? Where do I get started? How do I bleach? And these are all things that Mark is soaking up like a sponge right now. And he is a great student. He has been phenomenal with everything that he's reached out to us and asked and participated in. And he'll be able to help the new guys, and that's how you pay it forward.
Absolutely. Well said.
Absolutely, Roger. We're better together. I just love that saying. I see it used more and more. It's catching on, and that may be the mantra for Santa in general. That should be something that we all strive to do, and that is be better together.
This is something funny. It just popped up on my phone is you have a outage, internet outage in your area. No joke, people.
Tell them a day short on that one.
Yep. About 10 minutes short.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure. All right, so have we covered everything, Barry? What else we got on the list there?
I believe we have. We got our YouTube channel. Everybody check that out. Go over there and like those videos and follow. Like I say, excited about Roger being on tomorrow night. He's a map Santa from the Michigan group up there where they do have that, better together slogan. That's a great slogan. Looking forward to hearing about him tomorrow night. So make sure you tune in for that at 7 p.m. Central Time in the Sat Bob's Live Facebook group. So hope to see you over there tomorrow night.
And there is one other announcement that I want to talk about that we don't usually get that far ahead in our guest list, but there is one that's very special and dear to, I think, everyone's heart. I know to mine. He was the first school I went to. He helped me so much in the beginning. And I think everyone in this Santa community owes Santa Tim Conahan at least some gratitude, if not more. He will be our special guest. And what date is that, Barry? I don't have it in front of me.
It is August the 9th.
August the 9th, we'll have Tim Conahan, 2011 Hall of Fame, International Santa Claus Hall of Fame is the proper term, inductee. And, he's had some health problems. They've moved a couple of times. He's kind of been pulled back out of the Santa community somewhat, hasn't been as prevalent as he was for a while, but his health is doing better. He's settled back in, and he's starting to, get back out and be seen. And we're so grateful to be able to get him on the show because he is, to me, the number one in the Santa community. If you start making a list, I really think Tim is right here, number one, in my eyes anyway.
Yeah, he's the Hollywood Santa that you see on TV at Christmas time when they show the parade there from Hollywood and the National Toys for Tots Santa. So pretty cool, man.
Yep, and not only is he still used the Hollywood Santa logo or the name, the avatar name, he also has National Santa. That when he moved to the East Coast from the West Coast, he took up another name. So he's got both. That's okay because I've got two. I've got the Big D Santa and I've got the Lone Star Santa Claus. So
Bruce has a good tip here. If Angie put that up right there, it says coach us on visiting terminally ill children. Help us first find the inner strength we can and should do these visits. Absolutely, Bruce. You do a wonderful job at that. Appreciate you sharing that information in your books too that you've got out there.
That's true. And Bruce, I don't know if we'll be able to work you back in this year or not. We've got a couple others that we are trying to bring back this year also from either last season or this season. But we definitely want you back on the show again. And we want you to get into more of those type of things, your successes in those areas. We covered so much. Our time is not really limited. I mean, our show could go as long as we want it to on Tuesday night, but we try to hold it to an hour because we realize that 7 o'clock starting time, Central Time, for those on the East Coast and for like Bruce up in Newfoundland, being a couple hours, even ahead of us over there, that it starts getting late and folks have things to do the next day, and so we try to hold our show to around an hour or so.
We'll see what we can do about that, Bruce. We appreciate all you do for us in the show.
Definitely another one of my favorite shows. They're all my favorite. I stay so excited about upcoming guests and past guests. So cool.
We've been blessed to have some good people around us, and we are stronger together. And you bundle yourself with good folks, and that's a tip for the Santa community and life too.
Yes, it is. All right. So at this time, let's go ahead and reveal today's trivia question answer. And the question was, what was the first year that Rockefeller Center Christmas tree was put up? That was 1933. 1933. That was an interesting little tidbit there that I had not ever even thought about or knew. But, the Rockefeller Center tree is something that's nationally televised as far as the cutting of it and the transporting of it. And the day that they start setting it up, it's really a big deal for those folks up in that area. And so 1933 is the answer, and we will announce the winner over on the Sat Bob's Live group as we always do. What else you got, Barry?
That's about it. I know you got to get out of there and get to a graduation this afternoon. Y'all got about 2 hours of driving.
Well, it's not that far as mileage, but boy, you try to go from the east side of Dallas where we are to the mid cities, Arlington, where the Texas Ranger Stadium is, where they play Globe Life Stadium, the new stadium they just opened up, in the afternoon traffic, and it's probably going to take us, hour and a half, 2 hours just to travel that short distance. Melissa says, is a YouTube channel called Santa Live? It is not, Melissa, not at this time anyway. Right now, it's just listed under the Tuesday Night Live show. Go in and put into your search bar the Tuesday Night Live show, and it'll pop right up. Now, we don't have our thumbnail set up yet, and we're kind of premature in announcing this, but we're so excited we couldn't hold back. Al Angela's been working hard on this, and there's still some tweaking and fine tuning and things that we need to add and do. Right now, we're just trying to, and I'll tell you why. We're trying to get the videos uploaded. Excuse me. The problem is we're working off of StreamYard, and StreamYard, even though we're on a paid account, you only have so many hours of memory left there that you can store. And as we've been doing the shows, our memory's been shrinking, so we're down to the point that now we're going to have to either totally delete the shows off of there, or we can download them into Angela's computer and then upload them into YouTube for storage. Yes, we have them on Facebook. Yes, they will be retained and stored there on the group, St. Bob's Live, because the way that StreamYard is set up, just because you delete it off of StreamYard, it was live streamed to Facebook, so Facebook also has a copy of it. But the thing about Facebook, who knows if Facebook will be there tomorrow? They have some crazy rules. Sometimes they come in and lock you out of your accounts. I've seen that happen in the past to different folks. So we just want to have another place to store all of this information, and YouTube was the perfect place. We've talked about doing this for over a year. We went over there, researched it. We have another YouTube account that my daughter has that she's put stuff up on in the past, so she was familiar with how it worked, and the timing was just right. We just needed to do it, get it done. We're getting, like I say, down into the middle of the season, and needed somewhere to help save that stuff just in case as a backup to the backup.
Hey, I want to say something too. I want to congratulate the Russellville Golden Tigers baseball team on being state champions this year. They went back to back. They've had 5 state championships in 7 years, and in that 7 years, the other 2 was runners up. So that's pretty stout right there.
I believe there is a word that describes that. It's called dynasty.
That's right. For sure. Good coaching, great coaching.
That is a dynasty.
A lot of hard work from those young men. So congratulations.
Yes, double congratulations on that one. Yeah, and nowadays sports has the children have so much pressure on them. It's not like when we were younger and you played pee-wee football or little league baseball. I mean, the coaching was there. You had great people, great support, but people are really, really passionate about getting their children started early and putting them on the path to success in certain areas, sports being one of them.
Absolutely.
There's so much pressure on the young folks nowadays to perform, and so again, kudos to those guys, because nothing easy about what they do, and to be able to win one championship is fantastic. But you start stacking them up together over time. That's a testament to the children, to their parents, the way they've been raised, and to the coaching staff and the association that they play in.
Absolutely. And congratulations too to 6A Hartselle Tigers. They won the state championship in baseball, and I have a photographer over there. Her son's actual player on the team, and he's got a scholarship at the University of Alabama to play baseball. So congratulations to them. So we've got some talent in their area.
All right. Just before we go, Angie, can you throw up Jackie Chamberlain's comment there, please? This one made me smile. Thank you, Jackie. Fantastic. All right. Gosh, I can't think if we have everything. Barry and I talk about this and try to make a little running list. I'll let him keep the list, and so I'm always leaning on him to see if we've covered everything. I think we have.
I believe we have, Bob.
Yeah, I sent Barry my bio, which was quite fun to do. I had done it before. I went in and had to update some of the dates on it as far as the years of the different things that I had done for him to start formulating some questions on. We also wanted to go ahead and have my input. So I've got a list of questions here that I made for myself. Some of these Barry will use. Some of them he may laugh at and say that's not worth talking about.
I may use none of those. I may just really grill you, Bob.
Exactly. You may fry me, right? But anyway, all right, guys, it's been a busy week. Tomorrow night's going to be a fantastic show. Can't wait to learn more about the Kringle Tracker. That's something I think that will benefit everyone, Santa, Mrs. Claus, anyone in the entertainment industry, period. It doesn't have to be the red suit community. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to our guests going forward. Looking forward to Branson. I'll tell you what, man, this is so exciting. This year has been so good to us, and we're just we're having fun, having a ton of fun. And thanks to everyone who watches, because again, I'll say this over and over and over and over. I can't say it enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because you guys are the ones that make us who we are. Without you, we would just be sitting up here rambling and wouldn't be wouldn't amount to anything as far as content. Again, please go over to the YouTube channel, like it, subscribe to it, because everyone who knows how YouTube works, you don't really start getting to be YouTube doesn't put your name out there so much. I'm trying to think of how I want to go with this. Promote you in the YouTube community until you get to a certain amount of hours and a certain amount of subscribes and likes. So it's all about the likes and subscribe. You know, every time you go to YouTube, you see those little subscribe ding ding buttons and subscribe here. Don't forget to subscribe, and it's all you hear. There's a reason for that, because over time, those subscribes and likes and stuff add up, and it really helps promote your show in the future. So please, please, please help us out there if you can.
Hey, I thought of one thing to say. Next Monday on the Bob and Barry Show, we will have highlights from the Cotton State Santa gathering.
Yes,
Took
I mentioned that.
Took a little video on that, and we'll show it next Monday on the show.
I mentioned that while you were out getting back in, that we ran out of time this week. We wanted to get it done. We've been so busy, just didn't get it done. But there's some great footage there. It's something that Barry and Spangle have talked about doing in the past, and of course we've done a little bit of it this last year. Last year at Branson, I did a little bit. Barry done some from Pigeon Forge when he was down there. So anyway, stuff to look forward to. All right, guys, we're going to say good afternoon to everyone. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you like you would not believe. Barry, why do we do this?
We do this because we care. God bless you. See you tomorrow night on the Tuesday Night Live show. Thank you.